Those who visit Urna on a warm summer morning can almost see the rocks perspiring, hear the sound of bodies moving stones, and feel the aching of tired backs. Those imaginings grow. You start to reflect when you see the landscape, small in scale, yet at the same time magnificent. Someone must have shifted the first rock. Someone must have felled the first tree, and someone must have believed in the future here. The cultural reserve of Urna is a small village, deep within the woods in the south part of the municipal of Linköping, in the parish of Nykiel. The small farms and surrounding settlements are remarkable for the pitiful conditions they're found in, showing how poor woodlands could be as late as the beginning of the 20th century. The first time Urna is mentioned is in the beginning of the 16th century. In 1736, Urna is described as a garden and a forested hill whereon a cabin stands that guards the forest. Through painstaking labour, the forest had been cleared to make way for fields and gardens, and by 1928 Urna had grown to 4 properties. The farms of the village lie on a cape by Steinsjön and consist of log cabins and outbuildings. The earth at Urna is scattered with blocks of stone. The small fields were fitted in wherever the ground could be tilled by plough or by hand. The smallest fields are no more than 10 square metres. Terraces and additional soil have been added to increase the amount of arable land. Beyond the small cultivated area, the forest takes over. This outland was important for the provisions it offered, allowing for pastures for the cattle, firewood and building material, not to mention charcoal and tar. In the late 18th century there were 20 people registered at Urna, living on farming and craft work. Let's get to know some of the personalities who once lived here. A short way into the forest lies Malukan. It amounts to several fields named after Maja Monsdotter, who, together with her husband Jonas Karlsson, lived here in the 1790s. Today, only the ruins of a stove can show us where Maja Monsdotter's cottage lay, presumably a log cabin with a turf roof. For a quiet community, 2 ladies living together were bound to stand out from the crowd. The ladies of Urna, as they were known. My Lindström was the nurse who inherited the grey and red farm, together with her life partner Ella Sundqvist, piano teacher and artist. My was the one who made her mark on Urna. She and Ella enjoyed a drop of the hard stuff to drink. They owned and drove a car, travelled abroad together, and they enjoyed the company of both the local folk as well as cultural figures like the author Sven Stolpe and the museum director Bengt Knatingius. My Lindström donated Urna to Östergötlands Museum in 1973. The last permanent resident in Urna was Werner Mosen Arnberg. Despite poverty, Werner Mosen wanted to be a gentleman from a higher social station. He would tell stories of the nice funerals he'd attended, naturally at the place of honour, beside the priest. Mosen could also tell tales of the Huldra, the mythical folk of the forest, or the sea serpent, and the goblins who lived here at Urna. 2 vast boulders placed shoulder to shoulder make a cave that was probably used as a cool cellar. The goblins who lived in the cave were to be treated well, as they protected Urna. Werner Mosen-Arnberg passed away during his last journey from the old people's home where he lived to his former dwelling in Urna in 1971. Almost blind, he lost himself in the woods and died. Thanks to hard work and determination, the grounds and houses still stand, from the first crofter towards the end of the 17th century to the cultural reserve that it is today.